everyone, this is Mastercraft, and in this YouTube channel I help you to get better results in the music industry much faster. Today is another episode of your favorite program, 2 beatmakers, 1 sample. The structure of the video is quite simple. We take 2 beatmakers, then we do some crate digging in the dusty vinyls, pick up the sample and chop it up, make our own projects, and then we share them with you. But before we continue this episode, I would like to introduce our special guest today. This is Malo Beats from California. Welcome.
Yo, what's up guys? This is Malo Beats from California. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Mastercraft for allowing me to be a part of this beat making video, which was really fun to film and put together. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's jump right into it.
And now we're driving to the Vinyl Store Records. That's going to be an interesting journey. So now that we're back into the studio, I found this particular vinyl record interesting. It's full of jazz, full of improvisation, and there's one particular song I loved most. On Green Dolphin Street, they are playing the saxophone and all the stuff. And the first producer to chop this record is Malo Beats, so let's start with him.
Okay, so this is a setup that I have working. I have the sample going into the 404 Mark II. In the 404 Mark II, I'm just adding some texture so it sounds a little dirtier. Coming out of the 404 Mark II into the MPC. Now, this sample was interesting because this is more like of a jazz type of feel. This is not something that I would typically sample, but this was really fun for me because, again, this is not something that I'm comfortable with or I'm used to. So it allowed me to get creative and come up with a different sound that I'm used to, which actually came out really good, and I had a lot of fun chopping this up. Real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on the sample, and I'll let you guys hear what I added with texture on the 404. So I went ahead and sampled some of those pieces into the MPC, and once I got it in here, I pitched it down about 2 semitones, and this is some of the sounds that I came up with. Now, with this is so different because, again, like I said, it's jazz. I didn't have no drums. I just went ahead and sampled in here and pitched it down 2 semitones, and I did my chops just randomly. Like, some of them don't even make sense, but I still chopped it up because it felt right to me. And now in this sample, I didn't throw no bass line on top of it because there's already bass. It's kind of like what I'm sampling, so I wanted to work with the bass that I already had on the original sample. So once I was ready to bounce this track into Ableton, I now switched this up. Now I'm coming out of the MPC into the 404, out of the 404 into Ableton. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on this beat and see what we came up with.
Wow, this beat was fantastic. Thank you, Malo Beats. You made something amazing with it. Personally, I like that Malo Beats, like me, he's a fan of MPCs, especially He's got the one that's right behind me, MPC Live2 Retro Edition. Also, I like the fact that he uses the SP404 Mark II, the new one, the updated one. Unfortunately, I don't have the SP right now in my studio, but I used to have it before. I think I'll be good with just the MPC Live2 because this is a really powerful instrument. So let me show you my project. It's nothing too complicated, it's just the sample, the drums, the tweaking with the EQs, with the compressors. I chopped the sample up in multiple pieces. I love MPCs for multiple reasons, and one of them is the 16 level. So when I start with the drums, with the hi-hats, I like to give the hi-hats the dynamics. It's very simple with a 16 level function. I just press the 16 level and now you immediately start nodding your head. Instead of the same velocity, you get this. So it goes boom boom bam, boom boom bam, boom boom bam. And then the note repeats here. Ba 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 bam. As for the sample, I made quite a lot of chops, so let me show you. It's around 20 chops, not too much. Sometimes I make more, but let me show you how I play with it on the verse. As usual, I change the tone of my sample, so it's either -1, -2, or +1, +2 something semitone. So let's create some melody for the verse. This sound, of course, I like the horn samples, and so on the new track I will repeat the melody, but in the end I will leave this blank space for this horn sample. Let's record over it. Yeah. Let's record something different, maybe for the chorus or for the bridge, we'll figure it out later. Yep. And now let's record something different again, maybe for the second bridge, because oh my god, I love the samples in this track. And as I promised, let me show you some EQing and compressing that I did. So if you listen to the drum without any effects, it's like this. Just too dry, nothing interesting. Then I have the compressor, the built-in compressor, the air transient, very good stuff. Then the second compressor, the vintage compressor, just with a very low, dry wet signal. And of course the MPC 3000 emulation. So with this, it's very boom bappy. Oh my god, it's so dry without anything. Now you just nod your head. And with the samples, it's again the compressor, the transient, the compressor again, and parametric EQ just to cut the noisy frequencies out. So again, without it. I added bass, also added a lot of bass. The bass was already in the sample, so I just increased the low frequencies. So together it sounds like this. Alright guys, thank you for watching this episode of 2 Beatmakers 1 Sample. If you want to be our next guest on the 2 Beatmakers 1 Sample program, please direct message me, I will answer you immediately. Once again, thank you for watching, smash the like button and leave a comment whose beat you liked most and how do you find this type of a program in general. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.